Hi, this is Tony Harris Taylor, CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, where I help entrepreneurs to get known, get connected, and get paid to make six figures and beyond, and the franchise owner of Network in Action Global Partners, where I bring entrepreneurs together to build relationships and grow their business so that they can be successful together. And then I am the host of the Viral Networking Conference, which is happening October 4th through 6th, 2023. Today, I am here with another very special author of the Purpose, People, and Profits book, How Everyday Entrepreneurs Get Drastic Results. The reason this person's so special is because she's been a part of my life for 42 years. Now, we both are only 40, so how that works, I'm just saying. But this is Mrs. Dee Webb, my dear friend who turned client for 2023. Welcome, Dee.
Hello. Thank you, Tony, for that great introduction.
You know, I'm going to get to you in a minute, but I got to tell the story of how we met.
Okay.
So in 1981, you can do the math and surmise our ages, but in 1981, I was in the 10th grade and my mother moved me from Cleveland, Ohio to Houston, Texas. She moved me from an all-black suburb to an all-white suburb, and I was in culture shock. And literally, I was standing, I don't know, I think I was just standing in the corner looking lost. And of course, there was only a few brown people in the school, so my face was new. And Dee came up to me and just said, "Are you new here?" And I said, "Yes." And I'm like, I was hurting at that moment. And she said, "You know what? Come on. You can sit with me. You can be my friend." And we have been friends. Talk about networking. That was networking before we knew what networking was. And now she's using those same skills that I don't even think she knew how important her taking the initiative was to me at that moment. So now she's using those skills to grow her awesome business. So tell us who you are and what you do.
So I am Dee Webb. I currently live in Georgetown, Texas. And what I do right now is I help families connect real estate to their lifestyles. And I can explain more about that later.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. How long have you been a realtor?
So I've been a realtor on and off 7 years. I was licensed in Greenville, South Carolina for a couple of years. Then we moved here and I got my license in Texas, February 2020. And then March 2020, that's when COVID hit. So it's been an ongoing battle, which has been a challenge to get up and going because COVID had us out for a good 2.5 years before we could get back running. But there was still business going on. We had to do a lot of stuff online.
Well, the market scaled like crazy during COVID. So, but why did you become a real estate agent? Because for a long time, you were literally a soccer mom.
I was a soccer mom. And then when I moved to Denver, Colorado, I became a certified property manager. And starting that, listening to people's problems and their questions, me helping them, the laws, the rules, I start implementing that. When we start moving, when my kids will look for different apartments or different areas to live in, that's how it started. Because with me moving, me doing these jobs, I was learning a lot. So I wanted to help my family and friends. Hey, did you know you could do this when looking for a house? Do you know you could do that when you're starting to build a house? This is what to look for. And that's how I got in the business.
And so how many times have you moved?
I've moved probably, I would say around 6 times.
How many states have you lived in?
I've lived in 5 different states.
That's crazy. So you took your life skills and things that happened in your life and turned it into your business and your passion. And so I know that through our coaching, the Realtor That Connects came up because in your story, you were like, it was important for me to have certain things. Well, you tell it. How did we get to Realtor That Connects?
True. So it was important for me to have certain situations set up for my kids, for me, for my pet, Ranger, Chocolate Lab. So that's why I say lifestyles connected to real estate. We had a certain lifestyle, and I wanted to carry that from state to state.
Okay.
And I truly was a soccer mom. So I did have time to research and look. But the best thing that I did have throughout all this time were great realtors. Had it not been for the realtors, I don't know where I would be today.
Yeah. And then life has happened.
Yes.
And through life happening, you actually found a passion within real estate. So tell us about that.
Okay, so I lost my sister last year, and she died without a will. She was not married, and she didn't have any children. So that was a big, condition to where it let me think, how can I help people with this? She always says, what was my purpose? And now I think this was her purpose, because now I'm telling people, have your estate ready. Little things that you might not think about, like account numbers and passwords, checking accounts, your Facebook password, different things like that. It's important to have a lot of information from someone before they pass away, because I always tell people, not only did I have to grieve for my sister, but I had to go through a lot of frustration with her estate, me and my older sister. So truly, it's leaving a blessing if you have your estate in order.
And so that moved you into getting certified as a probate realtor. So talk about that designation a little bit.
So I didn't understand what was going on with my sister's estate. Why did we need this? What was taking so long? Why did we have to get an attorney? So I went on and became a certified probate agent, so I could understand what was going on. And I could tell people, not only have I been through it, going through it, but I could truly walk you through the steps with understanding and patience, because you have to be patient during this process. So yes, it was important for me to understand why this was going on, why I had to wait to put our house on the market, why do we have to get inventory of her assets. So there was a lot going on that I just didn't know about.
So I know through life and through coaching, you've identified that this is the impact that you want to leave on the world, this message of get your stuff in order, especially around real estate. And so I'm just excited, even though it's a sad situation, how you took that mess and is now making it your message. And now you're writing a book. What's the title of that book?
Yes, my book is going to be titled 5 States, 2 Kids, a Dog, and a Country. So
I think it's 5 states, 1 country, 2 kids, a sister.
Oh, that's true.
And a dog.
So, and the reason why I am enjoying writing this book, to me, real estate is universal. It's all aspects of your life. Real estate is just not buying and selling. It's investment. It's your estate planning. It's your, fortune or whatever you're going to leave to your heirs. So it's universal. So it's just more than buying and selling a house. It's really a lifestyle, because you want to fit that lifestyle with the home so everything could just come together. And when I say lifestyle, I'm talking about the kids, the sports, the school, your job location, dog parks for your dogs, rec centers, swimming pools. It's everything that you could think of.
I love that. And I'm going to say this out loud to the world. Before coaching, you were kind of like, I'm a realtor. And now to have that clarity, and you work both in the Austin and the Houston markets, I'm so proud of you because you have done all the work that I've asked you to do, and the fruits of your labor are coming true. So, what are some of the biggest challenges, though, that you've had as an entrepreneur?
Well, before I start coaching with you, Tony, let me tell you this quick story. I remember I was with a group of people, and it was like a networking event. And I walked in there and they said, okay, guys, you're going to have around 5 minutes. Tell us, who you are, what do you do, and, your business. I was so terrified. I was getting ready to walk out of that networking group. And then me and you had start working together. And I remember, what we were working on. And I went up there and I said my spiel and, I spoke slow. And I was just amazed at the response that I got. So that was the biggest challenge, is getting out there, speaking, telling people what I know, because I was scared, to go out there and think I would mess up or say something wrong. But that was the biggest challenge, is getting in front of people and letting them know what I do.
So now you're networking.
Yeah.
You are doing the doggone thing, and I'm so proud of you. What role has networking played in helping you to connect with the right people to fulfill this purpose?
Oh my God, networking has played a big role, because you need networking for your business. You need networking to be able to tell your story and have people connect with you. So networking plays a very big role, because you need that connection with your clients so they could come to you and you can help them.
Absolutely. And now you're starting to take on some leadership roles in your networking. I'm just proud of you. And so I can't wait to see how that flourishes. So who are the coaches or mentors that have helped you to achieve your goals? And how important is it to have coaching?
Well, of course, Tony, you're one of my coaches that I love to death, because you taught me so much about networking and about being persistent and consistent. And I do have another mentor. His name is Jay Warren. He's been doing real estate for over 20 years. And he is more of the, factual part of my real estate business, which he helps a lot. You're more of the social nurturing part of the real estate. So I have best of both worlds, which is very important.
I love that. Thank you so much for choosing me as your coach. And so, next question. What's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken in business?
Oh, the biggest drastic step is just getting up and speaking in front of people, taking chances. So that's a big step for me, is getting in front of people. And some people might not think that's a big deal, but it is. It is a big deal when you get up there and speak in front of people and try to relay your message to them. That's all you want to do, is make sure, hey, you get the point of my message. So that is drastic to me.
I think for me, one of my proudest moments for you as your coach and as my sister friend is when you spoke at NIA and you really told your story. You had gone through some coaching with another one of our NIA members, and wow, I was blown away at your ability to get up in front of the group. And you were like, I know if I impress this group, I'm on my way. And so I'm just so proud of you. How do you stay motivated and focused on your goals?
I think I stay motivated because I always think about my sister who couldn't do certain things because she wasn't feeling well enough to do it. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. I shouldn't be lazy. I shouldn't be, complacent. she literally couldn't do things that she wanted to do. And I don't have an excuse. So that motivates me because I do it for her, other family and friends, and my kids.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you're leaving a legacy that Lisa absolutely will be proud of. So, okay, now my question is, what's the big vision?
What's the what?
Big vision.
Oh, the big vision. So let me say this. I'm not the type of realtor that wants to crank out 50 homes a month. My big vision is to help people, educate people, let them see the numbers why renting and buying is, a big difference. And also is to let people know, if you're thinking about buying a home, then come to me and we can see if you're able to. And even if you're not, I know people that can help you. That's when all the connection comes from. If you need an estate planner, I know someone. If you need a lender, I know someone. So that's the whole thing. If I have to say one of my quotes. This is a quote that I love. It takes a village to raise a business. Now that's from someone I think called Tony Harris Taylor. But that one resonated with me is because when you do have your business, you have to know other vendors that can help you bring everything together. So that's why I like that quote.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna have to Google it and make sure nobody else said it first because I'm gonna put my name behind it. So you are a family woman. You've been married for over 30 years. You have 2 adult children. You have an aging father. I know how important family is to you. So how do you balance that?
Well, I think that helps that my children are independent. And my dad
Done a good job, sis. You did a good job.
Yeah, and they did a good job because I could only raise them to a certain point, and then they have to make the decisions. My dad has been in the Air Force, always that, structured type of person. Mother was a teacher, structured. So that's how I grew up, is with the structure. And I think that works well for my family and me, having that background.
I love that. I love that. Your mom was so instrumental in my life. And I know she suffers from Alzheimer's now.
Yeah.
But your parents were so good to me. And that's why, you're my sister, and Lisa and Lynn were my sisters. And I'm just so grateful for you finding me. That was the beginning of networking.
Yes.
When we look back on it, didn't know what it was at that time, didn't know, but when we look back on it, that's exactly what networking is. You saw that I needed support at that moment. You reached out to me, and here we are 42 years later.
Yes.
That's how it works in business. So you're going to meet people along the way, and some of them are going to be great connections. Now, there were people in our network in school that we don't talk to now, but then some of them will be relationships that last a lifetime. So my last question for you is, what advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur, particularly a realtor looking to start their own business?
So my advice would be you're going to have to work this as a job if you want it a certain way. If you want it as a job, work it, maybe get into a team so you can have that support, be, consistent, follow up. A lot of criticism we get is that we don't answer the phone. I've answered the phone at 11 o'clock at night before. So especially if I have a contract, this is one of someone's biggest purchase in their lives. So it's scary and it's, you're anxious. So I pick up that phone. Yeah. But it's always good to work it as a job. If you want to, it be consistent.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Well, Dee, you've been a joy to work with this year. You're going to be a 2-time author by the time this year is over. You have taken such drastic steps with your networking and getting yourself out there. You've got a solid brand that I am proud of. And I'm just grateful that you chose me as your coach. So tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
Okay. Well, you can call me 512-948-9596 or email me, reach me through Facebook, Instagram. I usually answer all of my questions when people contact me. Don't want any dates. Sorry, guys, I've been married. I do get some dates, but no, I'm married. But just contact me, email, and I would answer.
Awesome. Love you, sis. This
Love
is
you.
Tony Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
At Forever Forward Financial, our mission is to teach people how money works, thus assisting families and business owners to learn how to make more money, save more money, grow their money, and keep it all safe. We believe people need to have financial goals and build a financial foundation for their future. To schedule your free 2-hour consultation, call 727-422-7761 or email foreverforwardfinancial@gmail.com.
Let's get drastic, building relationships to get you known, get you connected,